Hello and welcome to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Ryan Bigelow, the library director, and today we've got with us Joyce Reed from the Cottonwood Public Library, the Youth Services Coordinator. Joyce, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And thanks for dressing for the occasion. We really appreciate that. And also today we have Bruce Morrow. He's with the Astronomers of the Verde Valley. Bruce, thanks for being here.
Thanks for asking me.
And today's a little different for you because we're not talking transportation today. We're actually talking about some fun stuff, right?
Very much so, very much so.
That we're excited to get to that. So Bruce, we'll get to you here in a second.
Okay.
Joyce, we're going to start with you and talk a little bit about the summer reading program. It's kind of, we're getting into the dog days of summer here. It's hot, but the library is always the cool place to be, right? And the summer reading program is well underway. What is the summer reading program and what have we got going on?
Well, every year the library has a summer reading program, and it's a chance for the kids to come into the library and participate in some events, make sure that they're reading during the summer. We've changed it up a little bit this year by having something called bookshelf bingo instead of doing what we did last year, which was logging in reading minutes. So the kids can do bookshelf bingo, and we have bingo cards for Little Dippers and bingo cards for Big Dippers. The theme of the summer reading program is a universe of stories, so it's all about the stars, planets, the moon, anything having to do with space, aliens. We made some alien ships.
Now, what is that made out of exactly?
This is just a plain old DVD disc and Easter eggs, and then the kids can bling it up with permanent markers and all kinds of buttons and sequins and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
They had fun doing that.
And I'm pretty sure my kids came home with some of those too. So
they probably did.
They must have done that. That's the best part of my job right now, is that I get to see my kids kind of progress with what they're doing at the library. And it's not even because of what I'm doing. They're just involved in different programs. So one of the things my daughter did is she got a bingo card and she was ecstatic. What does that mean when you get a bingo? What are the kids doing and what do they get?
Well, when people register for the summer reading program, they get a free book to pick out.
Perfect.
And when they do their first bingo, they get a free book. So all they have to do is we have stickers that they put on here, and they just get a bingo going whatever way it's gonna go. And it's fun stuff like read about water, read a book about space, read to a cuddly toy, read a poem. Read a scary book, read near some plants, read under a tree, read in your pajamas.
Read in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And some of those they could do like at the same time. They could get 2 of the slots filled in, like read in a fort in your pajamas or something. So
the focus this year is less on a competition and more on continuing to read through the summer, so you know the teachers of the world are happy with our program because then they don't feel like they've got to come back into school and start all over again. The idea here is that they've read through the summer and they've maybe even improved their reading. I know that my kids are both very involved. Why else does the bingo card make sense versus what we did last year?
Well, because it's just plain fun. They get to do all these things. It's fun. One of them is go to a library event. They can get a sticker filled in for that. And so they can come to any of the library events. It could be family craft, which everything is space themed. They could come to, what else do we have?
We have all kinds
any
of
the story times that they want to do, they can come to. And we have, when they turn subsequent bingo cards in, it goes into a raffle. So that's going to be the other fun thing, is at the end there will be prizes with a raffle. We'll have a final party, and we're having a storyteller, musician, Matthew Henry Hall, coming on July 27th from 11 to 1, and then we'll have the raffle that day. And that's the whole fun thing about it. Is
a lot of fun things about it, right? So we're kind of in the middle of the program. Can kids still register? Is that still something?
Yeah, we have them registering through the whole summer.
Through the whole year, okay. Yeah. And is there any cost to this?
Absolutely none.
Absolutely not.
We're the library, right? Is free.
That's wonderful. If somebody's still interested in registering, what's the best way for them to register?
They can get onto the children's page of the Cottonwood Public Library website, and the start page there has a little picture that looks kind of like that. They can click on that, and that will take them to the registration page.
Right to the registration page.
Or they can come in and ask staff, and we can set them up. We've got a couple of computers set up with the registration page.
Right. Okay. So we started talking about some events a little bit there. Is the backside of that one have the events listed on it?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the next events that we're going to have is on July 6th. This Saturday is a star party from 7:30 to 9 p.m. The Astronomers of the Verde are coming with their telescopes, and people can come and view the stars, the moon, some planets. We have bookmarks to give away, and it's just lots of fun.
And this doesn't sound like something that's traditional at a library, right? We're going to bring out the telescopes and look at the stars at the library. Now, is it inside, outside?
It's going to have to be outside, because that's where the night skies are. So behind the library, there is a Yavapai County spot where there is a picnic table and a cabana. Right. And it's going to be in that area over behind the youth services.
That's perfect. And that's kind of where we'll head into the next segment here. That gives us a good lead into Bruce and Bruce's group and what you're doing and how you've helped us. I know that we don't just do star parties with the Astronomers of the Verde Valley. We've also done solar parties where we've actually gone out there and looked at the sun. You don't always have to look at stars, as funny as it might sound, where we kind of got our glasses on, right, and we looked at the sun. So there's always something you can do. There's a good shot of it there on the TV. So again, I'm Ryan Bigelow. This is Inside Cottonwood. We just talked with Joyce Reed about some summer reading program activities. Next, we'll be talking with Bruce Morrow of the Astronomers of the Verde Valley, and specifically our star parties coming up and what else your group has going on. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.com.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Hello and welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Ryan Bigelow, the Library Director. We've got with us today Joyce Reed, Youth Services Coordinator, and we just wrapped up a discussion on our summer reading program. And we've got Bruce Morrow in with us from the Astronomers of the Verde Valley. Now normally Bruce would be talking about transportation, but today we're going to dive into some stuff that you've taken a hobby and really expanded on that, and you're looking to give back to the community with this Astronomers of the Verde Valley. Can you tell us a little bit about what this group is, what you do, and how you do it?
Well, we're a group of amateur astronomers with varying degrees of expertise and skill. We have some very new people that are in the group and some that have been doing this most of their adult lives. I'm one of the newbies into the group. I've only been really actively pursuing astronomy for the last 2.5 years or so. But it's so much fun, and one of the things that we enjoy is providing our scopes for star parties so that people can actually see some of the things that we enjoy looking at that are out in the dark skies that we have in this area.
Right, right. So star parties, that's just one of the things that your group does. Do you meet regularly, or is this something that, how does this work? We
have regular monthly meetings.
Okay.
We have them at the Verde Valley Medical Center, Conference Room B.
Okay.
They are generally about 2.5 hours long.
Okay.
We discuss a wide variety of things. Some of the fun things that we do are teaching people how to take photographs through a telescope.
Oh.
One of our club members last month for the June meeting gave us a demonstration on how to take photographs with a cell phone.
Interesting.
Through the eyepiece of a telescope.
Wow.
This month our speaker, one of our members, does what they call astro imaging, which is basically hooking a computerized camera to your telescope and then taking long exposure imaging through the telescope that way.
Wow.
It's something I've looked at,
right,
but I don't know a whole lot about. So I'm going to be at the meeting just to enjoy that.
So you don't have to be an astronomy expert to do this. You're teaching each other what's going on. And
absolutely. The fun parts for us are at the star parties when people that have never looked through a telescope before come out and they see the moon through a telescope, or one of the planets. Right now, Jupiter and Saturn are very good targets for us because they're very high in the sky and they're very easy to find. Mars is also a good target at this time of year, so we'll be looking at those planets primarily. Other things that we look at are different constellations. We'll do a little thing about what constellations you can see at this time of year.
Okay.
And we'll discuss things like nebulas and globular clusters and all kinds of fun things.
Wonderful. So you do star parties. Do you do 1 a month, 10 a month? How often are you doing these things?
Well, most months we'll do at least one.
Okay.
Some months we do 2 or 3 depending on the phases of the moon.
Okay.
Moon is a very bright object, and
right,
full moons are not a very good time for us to be out.
Okay.
Because it washes out all the rest of the things that we might want to see. But we generally do 1 or 2 a month.
Okay.
This year we've had star parties at Tuzagoot National Monument, here in Cottonwood at the library. We did one at Dead Horse State Park. We've been in Red Rock State Park, and the Red Rock Ranger Station, and we just did one for the Beaver Creek School in Rimrock.
Oh, good. So truly the Verde Valley.
We do cover the entire Verde Valley. As you say, we're doing the star party tomorrow for the library, and we had a really good turnout the last time. And we're looking for a really good turnout this time.
Absolutely. I think we had 59 folks at the last star party. I venture to guess that we'll have at least that many tomorrow. So for folks who have never been to a star party before, what are they expecting tomorrow? What do they need to bring? Is there a fee for this? Us,
like the library, are absolutely free.
Wonderful.
We don't expect you to bring anything except your interest in seeing what's up in the sky. We'll be able to show you, I can't tell you how many telescopes we'll have there. We generally have 3 or 4. We may have more. The idea is to get out and see what we can see. Hopefully the smoke will have cleared and the skies will be clear. So we'll have a good time to view the things that we want to look at.
Perfect. Where do the telescopes come from? Does your group buy them, or is this the personal property of folks?
For the most part, they're the personal property of the individual astronomers. We do have scopes that have been donated to the club.
Okay.
We sometimes will use those if we need to. If somebody was looking for a telescope, We have some that we would even sell. We have a wide variety of scopes available. Our members are fairly diverse in their what they are using their scopes for. So we have a wide variety of scopes that our members use to do their thing, as it were.
So if somebody who's planning on coming tomorrow, could they bring their own telescope?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We encourage that if you have a telescope or binoculars. A lot of the things that we'll be looking at tomorrow night can be viewed very easily with binoculars.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
And there are programs that are designed for people with binoculars to look at different objects, and then certificates can be obtained for those.
So if I brought my binoculars or my own telescope, I could be searching through, and somebody from your group could come and kind of explain to me, here's what you're looking at, and maybe approximately here's how far it is, here's when you can see it, when you can't see it. Can I see Jupiter with my binoculars?
You can see Jupiter with your naked eye.
Wow, okay.
It's a very bright object, and it's going to be very easy to see at night in our dark skies here. You'll probably be able to see Mars, and you'll probably be able to see Saturn, all with the naked eye.
Wow.
Through the scopes, although it's going to be the best view. We'll probably have some folks there that have scopes powerful enough that you'll be able to see, if the great red spot is pointed our direction, you'll be able to see the great red spot on Jupiter.
Okay, wow.
The rings of Saturn will be very, very easy to be seen through our scopes. Looks very much like the spaceship.
Wow, you've got a perfect model there. Wonderful. When you say dark skies, Bruce, what exactly do you mean? Just because of our geography we have dark skies? What does that mean?
Dark skies refers to the amount of light pollution that an area has.
Okay.
In large cities like Phoenix and Tucson, they have a lot more light pollution than we do here in Cottonwood. There is an organization called the International Dark Skies Association that actually looks for people to want to promote dark skies. They help, like communities like Cottonwood has just recently done, put in an application for becoming a dark sky community. What that means is there's ordinances on the books to regulate the lighting, to make sure that the lighting is all pointed down and not up into the sky, and the amount of light that you can have on your property. It all helps to keep the skies dark so that you can actually see the stars and the Milky Way and anything else that's
out there. And some of it even with just the naked eye, I guess. I'm not aware. Okay, so how does one get more information about your organization?
There's a couple of ways. You can email us, of course, at email at astroverde.org.
Okay.
We have a website, astroverde.org, that has a lot of the images that our astronomers have created. There's also a calendar of events that are coming up that will at least give you an idea of the number of things that we're doing.
Okay.
Our Facebook page is very active. We put all our events out on the Facebook page, and people are more than welcome to look us up on Facebook.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Bruce, and we hope to see as many of you out there tomorrow night, the 6th of July, 7:30, right? We moved it back to 7:30 start time, so it's actually a little darker. That helps us at the Cottonwood Public Library, the little park that's right next to us. So Bruce with the Astronomers of the Verde Valley, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back with more, talking with Joyce Reed, a little bit more about some of the programs and activities that we have at the Cottonwood Public Library, and we'll be right back.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.com.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride!
Hello and welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Ryan Bigelow, the Cottonwood Public Library Director. We just got done talking with Mr. Bruce Morrow of the Astronomers of the Verde Valley about our star parties tomorrow night, the 6th. We've got another one, so we're all looking forward to that. I love the star party idea for the Cottonwood Public Library because it reminds folks that we do more than, and we are more than books. Of course, books are very important to our public library, but we do have a lot of activities and we have a lot of things, not just, we have obviously a lot of things for the kids, but adults to do as well. So we want to kind of stay on that theme, and we are more than books often. On the back of there's a schedule of events. What else beyond the star parties do we have going on for the summer reading program?
Well, the next thing I have coming up is on July 16th from 3 to 4 p.m. It's actually a sign-up event, and it's an Ozobot mini camp. And so Ozobots are little robots that kids can learn how to do coding with. And I have 12 of these Ozobots, so I can take 12 kids at a time. But they learn how to code a track to make the Ozobot do certain moves. So I'm going to turn him on and just let him kind of go for a little bit. I don't know if the camera can see that or not, but
oh yeah.
Anyway, they get a coding sheet that tells them what the different codes are. And he just went off the track. Come on.
He's
but
nervous
they can
on
do,
TV.
Yeah, he's nervous on TV. But anyway, what he's doing right now is a tornado. So I coded him for that. There's one called backwalk, and there's zigzag. That was turbo. But anyway, because I had so many kids interested in doing this, there's backwalk, but he ends up off the track.
That's where he's getting off the track.
I went ahead and scheduled another Ozobot mini camp for Tuesday, July 23rd, and that one is from 2 to 3 p.m. I have 6 openings for that. It is, like I said, it is a sign-up event, so because I want each child to be able to have an Ozobot. So. And
you said you got a lot of interest. I know you went to the Cottonwood Community School several times this year. Is that how you think you gained a lot of that interest?
I think so, yeah. There were some kids who actually had participated in the school once, and they did a few little extra things when I had the Ozobot mini camp a few weeks ago, and they got to do some races. So they learned how to code like either the Nitro Boost or the Turbo so that they could race a couple of Ozobots together, so that was fun.
So essentially you take markers, you color them in different patterns, and the robot reads the pattern and does a specific action based on whatever that pattern is, and that's as simple as, and they can be as imaginative as they'd like with their patterns, with their angles. It really is a fun thing to watch the kids interact with the robot and see what they do. When they grasp the concept, it's pretty remarkable what they're able to do.
And even little kids can do it too, because if you just draw a track that's a certain color, the Ozobot will go on it and turn that color. So if he's on a red track, his lights will turn red. If he's on blue, his lights will turn blue. If he's on green, his lights will turn green.
Pretty amazing.
So
I have to interject here because these things are so much fun. Even adults can enjoy them.
Right.
Yep.
Let's not say that we can't have adults do Ozobot camps too. So we're going to find a way to make that happen. What else do we have on this schedule of events?
So on July 19th, which I believe is a Friday, from 6 to 8 p.m., we have open mic night.
Okay.
We have a facilitator come in with sound equipment, and kids, adults, anybody can come in and perform. It's a family fun event. We've had little kids get up and sing. We've had people play instruments.
Right.
We had a lady that played ukulele and then sang for us. We actually had the Eclectics of Northern Arizona, which is a band, come in and play. But it's just a chance for people to get up and perform, and it's nice, non-judgmental, just fun way to listen to some music or perform some music.
Again, another activity that you're not necessarily always associating with your library.
Right.
We're going to be having instruments and performances in our library. It's fantastic. Anything else on there that you need to tell us about?
Well, on July 27th, we're having our summer reading finale. Matthew Henry Hall, who is a musician and storyteller, is going to come and perform, and that's when we will have the raffle for the bookshelf bingos that we have, and that's going to be on Saturday, July 27th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Perfect.
And everybody's invited to that.
Right.
So.
A full schedule of events, activities for the summer. It's a tremendous program. I speak from experience, and I love the things that we're doing right now.
Right, and along with that, we're doing all of our regularly scheduled events, which include family craft every Friday from 4 to 5. We have Tiny Tot story times at 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. We have preschool story time at Tuesdays at 10 a.m. The first Wednesday of every month, which was this last Wednesday, we have music together at 10 a.m. for little ones. And we also have Pause to Read, so if kids want to practice reading and also get a sticker put on their bookshelf bingo, because one of these is read to an animal, they can read to a dog with Pause to Read. We have 3 therapy dogs that come in. Some of these dogs have gone to hospice or the hospital. One of them goes to the schools regularly for the reading program, and kids can just come and sit and read to a dog.
So is that a sign-up program?
It is a sign-up program, yeah. They only come once a month, and we have 3 spots for kids each time they come.
Okay, that sounds fantastic.
Yep.
Now we're involved with tutoring as well. We're trying to get more tutors. How does our tutoring program work?
The tutoring program is going really well. I just got 2 new tutors. So we have 4 tutors in all. It's typically Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:30. However, the tutors will work individually with families who may have a different date or time that works better for them, especially if you're homeschooled or something like that. But all of our tutors will do reading tutoring, but I just recently enlisted a tutor who will do math.
Oh,
so
perfect.
we have been looking for a math tutor, and we got one. So
oh, good. Oh, good. And
it is a sign-up event. So, and the first time that they come, the parent needs to stay and talk with the tutor and find out what the child needs help with.
Right.
But then they can go ahead and schedule for an hour time to work with the tutor.
And we can always use more tutors, right?
Yep, we sure can.
We can always, that's a big need in this community is just that one-on-one time.
Exactly.
So we can always use more tutors if there's anybody out there thinking about that.
Yeah.
Real quick, I know we got some new toys. We have some new computers in the teen zone. So brand new laptops, courtesy of our bookmarks, our friends of the Cottonwood Public Library. And then we also got some new toys for our tot area. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Sure. We just got something called the Wesco Camp Tent. It's a large structure with a canvas in between it and some ottomans, and that the kids can move around and sit on. And they can play under the camp tent if they want. And then we have a new kitchen with lots of play food. And so kids are cooking and playing with food. And when you say don't play with your food, we want you to come in and play with your food in the library. at least our play food.
Right, exactly. And again, something that's very popular, something you don't think about always as being something that's at a library. So that's what we want to do. We want to get people rethinking about what our library can be and what our library is moving forward. Okay, I think we're about out of time here. Joyce Reed, Youth Services Coordinator for the Cottonwood Public Library, summer reading programs, activities, and events all over the place. Thank you so much for joining us. Bruce Morrow, Astronomers of the Verde Valley, thank you for being here. Thanks for helping us with getting all these star parties put together and sharing your knowledge and information with this entire community. I think it's very exciting that we have that. If you want any more information on what we're doing at the library, our website is ctwpl.info. Phone number is 634-7559. And you can always follow us or like us on Facebook. We try to stay up to date and active on Facebook, as well as the Astronomers Club. They're always up and active on Facebook. So it's 2019. You gotta follow us on Facebook. That's how we get our information out. Again, I'm Ryan Bigelow, Library Director for the Cottonwood Public Library. This is Inside Cottonwood. Thanks so much for joining us today.